Okay, in this video, we're going to be reviewing this bicycle seat, and it's a noseless design, which means, most bicycle seats, they protrude a lot further out here at the very front. This one should be added, have a little added comfort because you don't have that protrusion out there. And you can use this thing on a bicycle, or you can use it on the exercise bikes, such as that. So anything that takes any sort of a bicycle seat like this. And one thing to note too is notice the curvature of the seat, how it kind of curves like this, and then has this little recessed area here in the front to kind of give you a little relief there as you sit. And then, like I said, the nose is designed, and it's fairly wide. I mean, it's not as wide as some seats I have seen and actually had, but it's fairly wide. Now on the bottom here, it comes with a wrench and an Allen wrench also to be able to install it with. And you would just install this, loosen these up, and put your seat post in there, and then tighten these up. It doesn't have any springs here. Now, my honest opinion, I've had other seats like this with these, what I just call them rubber bushings, and or plastic bushings. These things really don't have any sort of a give to them. If you have a seat that has springs in it, those seats tend to give a little bit, have a little spring action. These things right here, I'm telling you right now, they're solid. So you're not going to get any sort of shock absorbing effect out of these right here. I don't care what they say, what they call them. I've seen other manufacturers who sell these sorts of seats that have these. They call them gel supports or gel balls or some sort of stuff, but this is not gel. I can tell you right now, that is hard plastic, and it doesn't give. Okay, so as far as padding is concerned, the seat has a good bit of padding to it, so it's that's going to make up for any shock absorbing action you don't have here. Now, one thing I'll note too, the seat is pretty thick. I mean, that's probably 5 inches or so at least. And so it's going to be pretty thick. So keep that in mind when you mount it to like a bicycle or something. I'm going to go ahead and mount this thing up and just kind of check it out, see how it sits. Okay, so I have the bike seat mounted on my e-bike here, and we're going to test it out. I will note that it does sit up about an inch and a half taller than my other seat, but that's probably okay. It should be all right. So we took the bike down the road and took it over some pretty good bumps and all, and overall the seat did really well. It's comfortable. It sits real well. It gives you a good bit of support. Now, the only thing I want to note is it does have a little bit of side-to-side movement when you're sitting on it, but it is formed real well to contour to your, to your backside or whatever. And like I said, the seat is very comfortable, and it's thick enough. The padding is thick enough that it does absorb some of the shocks. But now, like I said, don't count on any sort of cushioning action under there with those little blue inserts. It's just not going to happen. Overall, though, I'm pleased with the seat. I think it looks pretty good, and like I said, it's comfortable, and I think it'll hold up real well.
As my review states, it's a solid seat. It's nice, it's big, it's comfortable. The Joe pads actually do, like the shocks in it, it actually does do a good job. Get a back view of it. So it's a pretty big seat. Like depending on the size of your butt, your whole butt will fit on it. The only thing I don't like about it is the ridge it goes up too much. I wish it was more subtle, like my other seat here. See, it's a very subtle lip type. I wish it was a lot more subtle, if not even just flat, so you can fully use the whole seat. Because really, I mean, you can only use up till about here, and I don't like that. So either I wish the seat was like longer this way, and this lip would be okay, because it does keep your butt on there. But it, you know, it's, you're being shorted by like two solid inches. So, that's, I don't really like that. So if it was, you know, if it was 2 inches longer and it had this ridge lip, I'd be totally okay with it. Or just take off this ridge lip. So that's the only downfall. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it or not. I also wish it had metal spring shocks, but this does do a good job. Like you can kind of see it leans, but it's more like the plastic that leans than like the actual, like these are just solid. So it almost feels like when you're moving, it's like the whole structure is moving rather than the actual shock. So I also got a suspension seat post that I need to install as well. But it's a good seat. I recommend it. I just wish it was bigger and or didn't have this ridge lip here.